We're back to the Toldjucation Celebrity Show on the Toldjucation Network, TotalTutor.net for more information. Twitter, Total Tutor, Neil S. Haley, Facebook. And I tell you, this is a really interesting interview, and it's perfect to talk about we're getting near the 4th of July. Everybody is ready. We're patriotic. And I'm telling you, once you talk to this man, you'll be truly amazed. I heard him on the radio before, and when I saw that my good friend Gail could line him up, I said, we got to get him on the program. So I welcome Dave Bray from Madison Rising. Dave, thanks for calling, man.
Absolutely no problem, man. It's always a pleasure to get out there and get the word out.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's an exciting thing to see what's happening, and the notoriety you're getting must be a lot of fun. And hearing celebrity, that's a surprise sometimes when you think just based on what you're trying to do. So I commend you for getting out there and talking about this and doing such a great job with this message. So tell me a little bit about Madison Rising.
Sure, man. And once again, thanks for having us on. I really appreciate you going out of your way here to get us on here. Madison Rising is a pro-American patriotic rock band. Basically, we tour the country. I got one of the greatest jobs in the world, by the way. I get to tour the country, and I get to, basically preach and tell people about patriotism, what it means to me, what it means to my family. And I get to sing one of the greatest songs on the planet that's been around for 200 years, the StarSpangled Banner. And it's an absolute honor and a blessing to be able to do that.
Well, absolutely. I think that it must make you very, very proud to get to be an American and to be able to go out and do this. And you said, what a great job to go out and travel all over the United States, telling you how much you love this country, right, Dave?
Well, that's basically it. I mean, we have goals in mind too. With the Star-Spangled Banner and the Madison Rising version that we have out there, it's not just some kid out there, screaming about this stuff. I'm a Navy vet. I served as an 8404 corpsman with the 2nd Battalion, 2nd Marines out of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. So I got to give a shout out to old Mother Green there. And I'm also a Navy guy. I come from a Navy family. My dad's a Navy guy. My brother's Navy. So I grew up in a military family, and basically rural Pennsylvania, and it's really, like I said, it's more than just screaming about patriotism. We're actually reaching out to kids, and we're getting people excited from ages 8 to 80 about what this country stands for, and the fact that it's still here, and the fact that it's still worth fighting for, and we need to get out there and fight for it. And that is the Madison Rising sort of credo. And once again, I can't say enough about the people that have had us out. We've gotten to work with the USO and played with Toby Keith. We just did the Atlantic City Parade last week, and for the veterans, and it's just an amazing gig, and it's an amazing group. And Madison Rising's out there, doing our best to, preach it as well as live it. It's an awesome dream, and it's coming true for us.
Well, that's fantastic, and I like hearing, Dave, how you educate young people about this country and the importance of it, and all these things, because I think that a lot of times they're not getting it in school. So you're able to bring some history and everything to it.
That's what we do. There's people that speak at our shows, but I also Skype into different classrooms throughout the week. I've done a couple different elementary schools now, and it's always exciting to see their reaction to the Star-Spangled Banner and seeing it done in a new and vivacious way to get everybody excited. And you see these 8 to 12-year-old kids getting up on their desks and jumping around and screaming the words to the Star-Spangled Banner, and there's emotions and things wrapped up in that, and it's pretty special.
Well, and that's your goal, and you're able to do that. But where did your name come from, by the way, Madison Rising?
Well, we come from. There's basically a Madison in every city, but ours came from the 4th President, James Madison, what he stood for constitutionally and for the country, and how much he basically contributed as a founding father. And also, the Star-Spangled Banner was written during his term as presidency in the War of 1812. Some people know that, some people don't. But once again, Madison Rising and our goal is to get our version of the Star-Spangled Banner out there to as many people as possible, and that is why we started the Star-Spangled Banner Challenge. And can we talk about that a little?
Oh, absolutely. I was about to ask you about that, and I love challenges, especially when I am big about health challenges, but I think this challenge is great as well, so tell us about it.
Sure. The Star-Spangled Banner Challenge is basically very simple. Go to StarSpangledBannerChallenge.com. Check out the Madison Rising version of the Star-Spangled Banner and see exactly what we are doing with it. Like I said, we tour the country. We go all over the place. We play for kids. We play from people from ages 8 to 80. They get excited about it. They get excited about this country and, once again, patriotism. But at StarSpangledBannerChallenge.com, you can find the video, You can watch it. You might even see some people that you know in the video. There's a lot of really cool clips. It's a very exciting video. It will make the hairs on your arms stand up. It is that exciting. And, we have a challenge, and that challenge is to reach 5 million views by July 4th, which is just a couple days away. So we need you people to get out there, get it viral, get it on your Facebooks, put it up. Go to StarSpangledBannerChallenge.com and help us out. Help Madison Rising do that.
Well, that's going to go on my Facebook, and that's going to be my post, Dave, when I interview you, and I'll put it up with all my friends on Facebook and put a nice picture up with the link to the website with hopefully a possibility of putting the song, because what a great thing. And I heard the song as well, and it gave me chills. It really did. So I remember hearing it on Hannity, and I was just absolutely blown away by it. So let's get people out there to go so we can get at 5 million. And that's your goal, right? And you think you can?
We're very close. We're at about 4 million right now, and we're slowly creeping up on it. We have some things coming up with Fox News. I think we're going to be on Fox and Friends tomorrow morning. Make sure everybody tunes in for that. You get to see Madison Rising play it live and perform it live. It's going to be a really, really cool show. Something a little different for the people of the morning Fox people, but it'll be fun. And like I said, the Star Spangled Banner Challenge, you'll also get to see other videos out there that we have, and you'll get to see exactly why we did what we did with this song. So, there are some people that say that you should never touch the Star Spangled Banner. That's the threat of a nation. It means more to everyone than it is to one person. But we did. We took it on and we made it something really cool. And if I can just urge you, pass it on to your kids, your grandkids. If you're listening now, go to StarSpangled.BannerChallenge.com. Get it to the kids. That's who this is for, and that's who this song is. Is for in the end. We have to get the kids excited about patriotism again and get them fired up about being Americans and being a part of this country.
Well, I heard also that you had a big problem with Facebook recently. They went ahead and deleted thousands of posts of the Star Spangled Banner video. What's the story there? Tell me about that.
Well, Facebook basically went on, a rampage one night. We were doing some of the best numbers we've ever had, some of the biggest jumps we've ever had. Finally, we got some virality on Facebook, and what happened was we woke up on Monday morning and expecting to see the numbers continuously going up. Instead they fell by about 80% of what we were doing from the 3 or 4 days prior to that. And we were finally like high-fiving our way through the weekend. We're like, yes, it's happening. We're going to make our goal. We're going to get to 5 million by July 4th. And it ended up that they just pulled the rug out. Facebook decided, okay, this is spam. You can't have it up. And they started just yanking it off of everybody's pages. And it was one of those things that you talk about really pulling the flag out of the sky. I mean, it was one of those really sort of anti-American sentiments, once again, coming in from, somebody like Facebook. It just something didn't compute and didn't seem right. So, we got people to get it back up on their Facebook pages, and slowly we're starting to build momentum again and getting the Star Spangled Banner by Madison Rising out there. We need that Facebook virality back, and I'd love it to everybody who's, hears the song to get out there and be like, listen, don't pull it down. This is not spam. This is our nation's national anthem, and it's done in a way that's too cool not to keep up. And the video is absolutely amazing. Once again, we'll make the hairs on your arm stand up. I guarantee it. That's a goosebump guarantee.
Well, Dave, I mean, you were pretty disappointed by that Facebook situation, but then look at YouTube now. Look at yourself now. When I heard you a couple weeks ago, you weren't thinking that. And 4 million. Not many people get that. So, you're really building some notoriety, and I'm glad to hear what's going on with you through that. But I want everyone on Facebook to kind of build you up as well in so many different ways. Can you tell us about a couple of your other songs? Again, a lot of these are very interesting and also have a historical message. And I have a undergrad in history, Dave. So this is why when I saw that you were available to come on the show, I reached out as quickly as possible. Even on his vacation, I just jumped on and made sure I'd email so when I get back to have you on. So tell us about that, because the education that you provide everyone in this country, you have to be commended for.
Well, it's not, like you said, we're not just a rock band out there, screaming about, sex, rock and roll and the D word. We're something bigger and better than that. We consider ourselves to be a class above sort of that lower echelon, even though they may be great musicians. Some of the stuff these guys choose to sing about is just ridiculous. So what Madison Rising's goal was in the beginning was to set out with a positive pro-American and patriotic message in all of our songs, not just some of them, not just the ones that we decided, hey, I'm a cowboy this day, and then, you know, something else another day. We figured we're going to make all the songs pro-American and patriotic, family-friendly, and something that everybody could really absorb and just sort of let it kind of flow. And we use some really, really heavy riff stuff, so it's not like pink panty rock. This is metal / rock / alternative. And it's not for the weak of heart. And we like you said, address some pretty stern topics. I'm a pro-Second Amendment guy. I'm a family guy. I have kids. I have a house. I have guns. And, you know, I stand beside the Second Amendment as much as it's always stood by me. I believe in faith and the fact that, you know, if you have what you own in your house, you should be able to protect it. And it's one of those things that Second Amendment is a big topic of ours. Another one is the soldiers and the men and women who serve our country. It's one thing to, you know, be a patriot and be an American, but then it takes a certain class of human being to step up, put your name on the line, and say, I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die for that flag, and I'm willing to die for my family at home. I'm willing to put it all on the line. And, you know, that to me, whether you're fire, police, EMT, whether you're soldier, whether you're Army, Navy, Air Force, whatever, Marines, it doesn't matter. These guys, they wear a flag on their uniforms, and they work for the American people. And I think a lot of people forget what exactly it takes, what kind of character it takes to do that. And coming from a military family and also being a vet, I just think that, you know, it can't hurt to sing for these people and give them faith when they're in the worst and dire situations. And that's one of the things we sing about also. We also have a song about Ronald Reagan, which I know everybody here is listening. And let's just love that. You know what I mean?
Well, some of my education people would love to hear that. Other people wouldn't. And, Dave, I make sure I don't sometimes put my political leanings on this show. I'm trying to be a broadcast journalist. But, yeah, when you're talking education, two of the things you talked about last, but I know for a fact there are a lot of people that are definitely on my Facebook and all over the world that want to know about what you're doing. And so I'm really glad to hear that all the education that you're providing. I also heard you guys are getting ready to release your second album. When is that coming out? And what same sort of themes you will touch on from the first time around? What types of stuff are we looking at?
Well, we're about 6 songs into it. We have a couple different themes that we're hitting. Some of the same ones, obviously, about soldiers. We have a song about a little bit more descriptive, though. We've written a song about the Navy SEALs, which is just absolutely amazing. It really seems like something that you should probably hear in a movie trailer or something. It's just so hardcore and cool. We also have another song called Ready If It Goes There, which is another pro-Second Amendment song. We have, obviously, the Star-Spangled Banner, which is going to be on the next album. We have a couple different versions of God Bless America and a couple different versions of America the Beautiful that we're just kind of messing around with at this point in time. They might be on there. That'll be a surprise track if it is. We have another song called Hero that's going to be on the album. And that basically talks about, you know, what this country needs and what the type of people that it needs, you know, not only in the leadership positions, but as citizens. You know, there's a lot of different topics that we're trying to cover. We've obviously sort of hit a lot of the ones with soldiers and other things like that, but I still feel as though a great song, you know, really comes from the heart, and that's basically where a lot of this stuff is coming from, for me especially, but for the band. It's just a great group of guys, and I can't say enough about the guys in my band. They're absolutely amazing musicians and very, very talented individuals. Just a great group of guys. And once again, thanks again, Neil, for having Madison Rising on. This has been really cool.
Absolutely. So where I also know that you have some bigger live shows coming up. Where can our listeners, if they're in that area, can go see you, and also where we can find you online? 2 things. Let's see if you can answer those 2.
Well, if you can get some people to head to MadisonRising.com, they can check us out there. We have a gig with Kansas coming up shortly, and then we're also going to be playing out in Sturgis. We have a couple of professional games that we're going to be playing. You can keep your eyes and ears open for us in the professional circuit coming up shortly. We got some big sports arenas and things like that we're going to be playing. So Madison Rising is making some big moves this year. Next year is going to be a huge year for us. It's the 200th anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner when it was written, and, you know, we're really going to be going after it for the next, you know, probably about 14, 15 months until, you know, this thing is all the way to where it needs to go. And hopefully, God willing, we will be playing the Super Bowl this year because we're tired of watching everybody mess it up.
Well, then I'll be telling everyone I interviewed Dave Bray. I continue to have more and more celebrities on the show. I appreciate you taking the time, Dave. We'll have you back next year to talk about the anniversary and maybe go into more in depth about some of the songs, because I wish one segment's not enough time for Dave. So we'll definitely have you back on. I know I'll reach out to your publicist to make sure we can make this happen. So thanks again for taking the time, Dave.
Hey, you know it, Neil. Next year we're going to be talking about how cool it was to play the Super Bowl. Don't forget.
Oh, I won't forget. Maybe I need to be there as well. I need to be covering it as well. All right, Dave, take care, and we'll be in touch soon.
You got it. Be well.
Okay, bye. You're listening to Toll Education Celebrity Show on the Toll Education Network, and we'll be back in just a moment.